Inconsistent.
And they were like 50. He's like, good. And then he goes, should black people be allowed to use a self-checkout line? She was like, what? I was like, that's so good.
Like, it goes so smooth in the first, you think it's going to be simple.
Should they be allowed to use a self-checkout line? I saw something, I don't know if it was true or not. Honestly, it might have been AI fake. Where they were like, some store put whites only. And they were like, only up to 4 colored people allowed in the store, please. And I was like, they're just trying to save their business. That's all they're trying to do. Gerber. Fam. All right.
The world's running amok.
There you go. Girls.
The
world.
This guy's thinking about
the
girls.
The world's running amok. I don't know. I think people are over-exaggerating, honestly.
You think they're over-exaggerating?
I think so.
I mean...
You know what it is? They have to. Because they're purposely not understanding. People do that on purpose. They're like, I don't understand why you're doing that. What Trump's doing the tariff thing, I feel like they're purposely... Even if you explained it to them, they're still like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they're on purpose. They don't want to understand it. Like, there's something like flat earthers where you explain to them the science and this, and they're like, no, that's not true. It can't be true. That's
Does Terrence Howard believe the flat earth is real or fake?
No, I don't. I think he believes the earth is round. I believe. I don't know. You never know with this guy. He says crazy things. Terrence Howard. That's funny.
He so what bugs me out is that they were warning, the news media, the outlets were warning that these tariffs are going to bring higher prices.
Well, I think both sides were like, they were like, this is definitely going to bring higher prices. And then some of the Republicans like, nope, no, it won't. And then when you think, you're like, think about what you're saying, bro. You're going to increase what it costs for imports, and you're telling me it's not going to cost more money?
Which Republicans were saying that it wasn't?
I don't know, freaking Fox News or whatever. There was so many people saying it. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are they saying that? Obviously, it is.
The message I got was...
Actually, did Trump say... Trump might have said that too.
No, he said it was going to hurt a little bit.
Now he says that.
No, he said that earlier.
Let's find out. I asked ChatGPT.
Remember, he was like, I can't guarantee that the prices won't go up. See? Trump says...
Oh, yeah. Look at that. 2024.
He said that before he was even president.
No guarantees, baby. Trump says hard to bring down grocery prices. Oh, yeah, of course. I remember that. Remember
the
when
groceries.
Remember they were saying he said he wants to bring down the grocery prices, and they were like, "Oh, what happened? I thought it was supposed to go down right away."
It's difficult to do that.
It's difficult to do that. This is gonna take a year for prices to go down, at least.
So even Trump was saying that there's gonna be a hardship. It's not gonna be
good. It's obvious. It's supposed to be.
I mean, and then he's backing it up with the recent stuff that he's saying. You know, it's that the U.S. is like in the clinic getting healed. There's a Band-Aid.
That's a Christian.
That's a Christian thing.
This is the church. The church is the hospital for the sick.
Well,
yeah, obviously.
So
I think I understand why he's doing it.
So I don't know any Republicans that said that this wasn't going to be the case.
Ron Swanson.
You
know Rob Swanson?
Yes, I
do. Okay.
Parks and Rec. Yeah, so definitely this was all called. It was all going to happen. It was all going to be a part because it's just obvious that it's going to go up.
It has to go up.
Bitcoin went down to $74,000.
Buy now. Now's your chance to buy.
This exactly. So that and from what I'm hearing, although these tariffs have taken into effect, allegedly countries are already reaching out to like work an agreement out.
The EU just reached out to Trump. He's like, let's do a zero for zero tariffs.
But
let's cut a deal.
According to this morning, I heard 50 countries reached out to work out
That's the
plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. That's how you do it.
The thing is, people look at politics.
And Trump's saying, I'm down to work out a plan now that you're listening to me.
But it has to be fair.
But I'm not going to be at a negative in this plan. I'll break even with you. That 0 to 0? Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
That's the way trade should be.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's a negotiating tactic, obviously. But people right away are like, the end of the world is here.
It's not just in my opinion, it's not just an like what?
Negotiating tactic.
It's not only a negotiation. It's not only that, but it's also a chance for someone here, entrepreneurs here, to say, you know what? Let's open up a factory and make these toys.
This is our chance.
So there's an opportunity to inspire.
But again, that's the point of him doing it. He wants American companies to build up. Yeah.
But what he'll probably most likely get is a better trade deal.
Yeah. So either
to
way,
him, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for him, although he's going to look like the bad guy.
But did you see what China said?
China's not with it.
Not only that.
They're retaliating.
In a way that I didn't even consider, that I'm like, they're going to win this.
What's the way?
They're going to get rid of, what is it called? Intellectual property rights. So what they're saying is, in China, you can't just steal a product from America and remake it here. We don't allow that. You got to change it a little bit. So if you're going to use an Apple product and you're going to copy it, change one or two things, no problem.
You got it.
It looks like it feels like it, smells like it, but it doesn't say Apple, whatever, it says pear or whatever. Like, they changed something. Like, we'll allow that. And China just told the industries, copy them perfectly. We don't care anymore. We make it cheaper, and we make it exactly how they make it. People are going to come from the rest of fucking America. Europe is going to buy from us. Russia's going to buy from everybody's going to buy from Africa. They'll buy from us because we're cheaper, and they're exactly the same products.
And it doesn't matter if they make it, because so many of their people on TikTok, and that's how we spy.
Yeah.
We could get the blueprint.
And they lie. Everything. Remember, they freaking convinced everybody China's better for a long time. Remember when TikTok was banned and they went to Red Note? What happened to Red Note now? Nobody used that crap.
Nobody was.
Nobody used it. People signed up for it. They gave their freaking information to China. Nobody uses that. And then for a long time, TikTok was like, wow, China's better. It's like, okay, what happened to that? What happened to that? I thought China was better.
So with this whole tariff situation, what do you think is... When do you think there'll be a profit?
I don't think you'll see it for 2027.
2027?
2027, yeah.
Where we in? We're in 5.
25.
2 years.
Yeah. End of 2026, early 2027. Because it takes a time for things to really take root.
Right now, it's still technically in the negotiation.
We didn't even start yet. It didn't even start yet. No, but I'm saying, like, the nothing started really. He signed it in and it's technically taking effect, but we're not feeling anything yet.
Yeah,
it's not even started yet.
Right. So
we're gonna feel the effects.
You're saying that all the goods and everything we already received?
Yeah,
it's the orders that are being placed now that usually doesn't ship over until a month.
So if you're gonna buy a VCR, do it today.
Do it today.
Don't do it in 3 weeks. It's gonna cost more money
because that new shipment that's coming in, that's gonna be
the expensive one. Yeah. So you might as well buy it now. I'm gonna go buy something myself.
Like the shit that you normally get that's imported.
I mean, yeah, we got a lot of things imported. You know what's really one of the things that concern me personally is coffee. We don't make coffee in America.
No, we do not. And that has been on an incline very steadily.
And that's made in South America. So it benefits us to buy from South America, one of the, Colombia, Venezuela, whatever they make.
Cuba.
Cuba. I mean, I would love to trade with Cuba. I think they just signed a deal with Argentina to do a 0% tariff across. I think they were the first country.
So things zero out. What does that mean?
That means even trade. Whatever you cost, whatever we cost, we just trade for what it is. Zero. No tariff. If you charge cheaper for your product, then it's cheaper.
Okay, let's play this out. Yeah. You're country B. You're country A. I'm country B. Whatever.
No, we gotta give it names. Come on, man.
No, don't be racist. What would be the name of your country?
Mongolia. I choose that one. Mongolia. Old Mongolia, when Genghis Khan was in charge.
All right.
When they ran China and Middle East. What about you? Pick one.
I'm going to go with the country of, I don't know.
Crap. He said it.
The USSR.
Oh, that's good. Let's do it. Let's do trades. All right, so my country labor is very cheap.
Okay.
So we can make things for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So if we make a product here, we can sell it for less than what you make a product for.
If you make a product there,
Yeah.
you can make it for less.
And I can ship it to your country, and it's cheaper for you to buy. And I get money, and you get a product. 0 for 0. No increase. Now, if we have a tariff, let's say it's 10, whatever. Let's just say 50% tariff. Now, if mine is, I make it cheaper in my country. Now it costs 50% more to sell to you.
It doesn't cost you.
It doesn't. No, I mean, I got to pay the tariff, but I'm going to charge you more to cover that cost. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you make an industry to compete with my 50% whatever increase, and even if you make it even, people are probably going to want to buy America.
Who pays the tariff?
The consumer. I mean, the country pays the tariff up front, and in return, they charge the higher price for the product to compensate.
Okay, so let's play this out.
Yeah.
You're making coffee, right? You're drinking the cup of coffee. I don't have coffee in my country. I want to buy coffee from you.
That sucks for you.
I want to trade with you.
All right, $10 a bag.
Why do you say money?
What do you mean money?
Why are we talking about in monetary?
Us?
Yeah, me and you in this trade.
That's the way. That's what we used to trade.
I make vodka.
Yeah.
You have coffee.
Yeah. So we don't have to trade by money, but that's just the way it's done to make it simpler. If you want, be like, hey, give me 2 bottles of vodka, I'll give you 1 bag of coffee.
Great.
That'll be our even trade.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. Yeah, I'll give you 2 bags for 1 vodka. Yeah. That's our trade.
Okay.
We could do it like that.
We could.
Yeah.
It used to be like that, right?
Yeah, but then, you're going to pay your people with coffee? Your workers?
That's my business.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't want to pay my people with vodka.
That's your business.
They'll never make the coffee. They'll be drunk all day. I'd rather pay them in cash.
They wouldn't even make vodka after a while.
So then what I'll do is take the vodka and sell it.
So you're bringing in this coffee. You're not bringing it in because willy-nilly. Somebody in my country ordered it.
Yeah, they want it. They need it.
They ordered it.
Yeah.
They needed it. They want to distribute it.
They're like, I got a hangover. I need coffee.
Exactly. So this person has a big business and wants to sell coffee all around my country.
And you want to buy my specialty coffee.
And he wants to buy it.
I feed my donkeys the coffee beans, and when they shit it out, I roast it, and it has a more essence to it. So the coffee is very strong. This is actually a real way they make coffee.
It's true.
It is, yeah. I don't know if it's a donkey, but it's some kind of animal.
It's like a cat or something.
Is it? Yeah, something weird, yeah.
And it looks amazing the way it comes out.
I would love to taste it, honestly.
Me too. No, so okay, so I'm the country leader. You're your country's leader. You got the coffee. This guy on my side wants to buy the coffee. He places a huge order.
100 bags.
Whatever, okay. Right? 100 bags. Boom. I step in and say, hold it. Your country leader, coffee man leader over there. You gotta pay 25%.
Okay.
For every shipment that comes in.
So then I have to pay 25% to you. Okay.
You pay the 20. The guy already paid you
to import it.
He already paid you.
Yeah.
But when that boat gets here with all that coffee, I'm gonna say, where's my 25% for this?
Yeah.
How much was this? This was whatever, X amount of dollars. Or there's a set rate, right? Every crate is 25%. However we do the math. Yeah. But the minute it gets here, it's like, oh, you got another bill. You got to pay me this bill.
Okay, I pay the bill.
You pay the bill.
Yeah.
Right?
Done.
Boom. Government, I make my money. There's a government leader. I'm happy. Right? Yeah. So what do you do in the next shipment?
I tell your guy.
Listen, that price that you had last time?
Yesterday's price is not today's price. It was $10. Now it's $12.50.
Bet. So I'll place the order.
Yeah. But that means that when you make the coffee, though, you also got to sell it for just a little bit more. To
right. So I'm the coffee guy now. I take the coffee.
You do whatever you want. I don't care. But I'm selling it to you for $12.50 now. A bag.
Now I buy it for $12.50, and I'm like, damn.
That's some good
now
coffee.
Now I tell my coffee, this coffee is amazing this month, but it's 25% more for the cup.
Yeah. So instead of 50 cents, now it's 60 cents.
Yeah. And that's how it works, right?
That's it.
Simple.
Simple, very simple.
Now, as the leader, I'm like, my goal is.
But you collect as a leader. You're collecting the tax off that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm collecting
so
it.
you're making money. I'm still making money, and the guy's still making. Everybody's still making money. It's just a little bit more expensive.
Only person that's not making money
Is the consumer.
is the consumer.
Yeah.
Now, I did this.
The guy that's going to work. Ay Dios, 60 cents every day.
I did this because I wanted to get more money from my whole country.
Or another reason why they do it is because you have a coffee industry that's just struggling, and my coffee's delicious.
We make no coffee in Russia.
Yeah, and my coffee's delicious, and you're like, to help my coffee industry that's struggling, I'll make yours more expensive, and mine will still be cheaper, so people more like.
But I have no coffee.
I'm just saying, that's another reason.
But in
why
this scenario, I have no coffee. So
know.
what would be the gain for me to do that?
Because your people need coffee. There's a demand, and you can use that to your advantage. You charge a toll to pass this line.
That's the advantage?
That's it. You collect your toll.
But it's not really a real advantage.
I mean, again, another reason why, and this is why I think Trump is doing it, he wants the coffee industry in his own country to build up. He's
But
like,
let's say he
expensive.
doesn't make that.
What do you mean?
He doesn't make that. He doesn't make coffee like Russia, like this scenario.
America doesn't make coffee. We can't make coffee.
Right. So okay.
Unless we're in Hawaii. I think Hawaii makes coffee.
I was making it. Puerto Rico can make coffee.
That's true. So maybe that'll be the next industry.
But in the scenario that I played out, Russia does not make. Is it fair to say Russia doesn't make coffee?
I highly doubt it.
Highly doubt that Russia's making their own coffee.
Yeah.
So if Russia's not making the coffee, they're not even capable of making it. Why would I charge you on a tariff for it?
It's for your own personal gain. As a country, you need to collect taxes to do things. Infrastructure, military. You need money. This is the easiest way to do it.
Okay. So Trump is doing that to make more money for us.
Not just that. I think he's also trying to give an opportunity for American companies to build up.
But for the things that we cannot make.
Yeah, then it's just a matter of money.
Like avocados.
So that's why he does what he's doing is a blanket tariff, saying everything from your country we charge it 25%, instead of picking an industry like coffee. So like if you're gonna sell us bread or grain, there's no tariff, but if you're selling us coffee, then there's a 25% tariff. So, but he's not doing that. He's doing across the board. As a country, everything you ship over costs money.
Yeah.
Which that's more for the negotiation. To make a deal. Yeah, tactic. Because, America's the biggest consumer in the world. You have to make a deal with us. We buy everything. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
We buy the most things. I think we're the biggest consumer in the whole world. So we have the money and people want the money. So they're willing to come to the table like, give me some of that money. And Trump's willing to work. That's one thing that Trump is smart. He made it known. I'm willing to negotiate. You just got to come to the table. I'm here. Just come to the table. We can work something out. And that's probably why these countries are coming to like, hey, look, we want to make a deal. We don't want it. Our country's so small, your country's so big. We sell stuff to you. Half of our income comes from you.
Yeah.
We have to make a deal with you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's using that as a tactic.
But not China.
Well, we messed up with China. I think it's America's fault. China's the way it is. Remember, China was like a third world country at one point.
Yeah.
And America helped it build up. And
so you think that China could afford to lose us as their sellers?
Yes, because China's not exclusively a capitalist country. They're communists.
No. Let's dumb that down for me.
So, what I'm saying is they now rely as much for money as we do. We rely on money to run our country. They don't rely on it as much. They'll force people. They'll make slaves. They don't care.
No, okay, but in the world stage, do they sell around the world, right?
Yeah,
like we do.
Yeah,
like most developed countries do. They sell around the world. These tariffs are bringing these other countries to the table because they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, I can't lose this business. Like you said, it's going to destroy my whole country.
Yeah.
China's saying, we don't need you anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to think of China as
we don't need you anymore because our markets are spread out throughout the world. So we'll lose if we lose you.
The biggest consumer.
But we have the whole other planet.
Yeah. And also China's willing to play dirty. Other countries are not. Other countries want to play a trade game. China's like, we'll just steal. We don't care.
Yeah.
We'll take. China is the world's freaking manufacturing place, right? China has Africa to use to manufacture for them. That's what they've been doing in the past few years. They've been building manufactories in Africa and using them as cheap labor to make stuff for them. You know what I'm saying? So even China's doing it. And they're looking to Africa like, hey, they're not doing anything. You know?
Hold on. So China's using Africa to make their stuff. They even got lazy.
Africa and I believe Jamaica was another industry where they're buying a lot of land trying to make factories over there.
But not here.
No. I mean, they buy farmland, right? We know that.
Over here.
Yeah.
But I'm saying China's like, oh, we don't need to build over here more. We could build other places for cheaper.
I mean, America has a lot of regulations. It's very difficult to do stuff here, especially if you come from China. There's no freaking rules.
No, children
You know
work.
what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no rules. Why are we going to go there? They have so many rules. It's pointless.
Or any other country, unless it's,
Yeah. Africa.
Yeah.
You go to Africa, you can, you get away with it. Yeah, especially Africa's a bunch of different countries.
We're their
too.
biggest consumer.
Yeah.
So they're threatening to what?
To who's they?
China. They're threatening to raise tariffs.
Not raise tariffs. Yeah, I guess, but mostly to steal our freaking.
Intellectual. You mentioned that, but by them raising, they're retaliating, saying that everything that you guys bring into us, we're gonna charge 50% tariffs. What's the end game in here? What's the end result, you think?
Well, I think it's the fact that China's a communist country. They're kind of like, oh, you want to fight? We'll fight.
Right.
They're not willing to be like, hey, look, let's make a deal.
Let's talk.
We don't, the European Union's like, we need money to run our country. China's like, we don't care about money. We want money, but if we don't have money, then you lean on the communism, authoritarianism to just impose this on our people. We don't care. America, we have freedom. We need incentive. You know what I'm saying?
But what do you think the end result here of this war with China is?
I don't know.
Does Trump back down?
So so this is my theory. My theory is, it's a few different scenarios that can take place. Like one of them is China and America make nice, and America makes things in China. Like it goes back to normal. Everything's made in China, and we work it out with them. Okay, that's one scenario. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't like that one
because it's not just manufacturing that we have a problem with China. We also have we have the Taiwan problem that we have to make a deal. You have to work out with China. Taiwan makes the semiconductors, and America's like, we need that. That's why Trump just cut a deal. I don't know if you saw that with some company. I forget what, for like $1 trillion or something like that, or $500 billion to make semiconductors in the United States, because we learned during COVID, especially remember when everybody needed a mask? Where'd the mask come from? China. They all came from China. And then when it came to like medicines, we're like, oh my God, they're all made in China. We don't have anything here. We have to rely on them. Imagine if a war started at that moment. We have no medical infrastructure to make medicine. We're screwed. We have to hurry up and make it.
So that point right there, what you just touched on right there, should be what the the Republicans, the conservatives, right? The same thing. The liberals, the independents, they should be screaming that at the mountaintops.
What? That we don't make it here? Well,
God forbid something goes down. And we need stuff. We have to rely on these other countries.
That's scary.
That is. I don't care how much we have to pay.
That's why people are preppers. Because the mentality, like, I can't rely on nobody else. I got to rely on myself.
I don't care how much we have to pay.
And global trade is great. I love it. We should trade with other countries. And, you make that better than I don't make coffee in my country, like you said. I need to buy it from you. That's great. But stuff like guns, metal,
computer chips,
we have to at least have a small industry. Even if it's a small industry. Because if it hits the fan, at least you can pump money into it.
How about we only trade shit that we can't make?
Well, that's the thing. That's what we're doing.
And here's the conundrum with that. With the ending is just the beginning. The ending is just the beginning. The conundrum with that is that what can't we make?
We can make everything.
everything except
good deals, apparently.
No, seriously. I know we're GED squared here, but think about something that we can make.
Yeah. I mean, things that are
Avocado.
I mean, what I'm saying, things that are important.
Avocado.
Yeah. No, we make it in Puerto
Let's make
Rico.
it simple. Exactly. We can make it in Puerto Rico. We have Puerto
100%
Rico.
Puerto Rico. But what I'm saying is, like, if
Hawaii.
that's not really important. Like, we'll easily trade with them.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to get is that if there's nothing that we can't make, we shouldn't be trading with any of these fuckers.
No, but the reason why we don't is for financial reasons. It's strictly financial reasons.
Technically, if we wanted to, we could shut the doors and be on our own.
Yeah, but that business will go out of business.
What business?
The one that makes the semiconductors. They'll go out of business.
Why?
Because it's cheaper to make it in Taiwan. Everybody's going to buy from them. They're not going to buy from us.
So if we close all the trade doors and started making stuff here,
Oh, then at that point, you're forcing people to buy there. They have no choice. They have to buy
There's
from
nothing
there.
else.
Yeah. If you close all the doors, then we have to buy from there.
and we technically could do that. What would we be missing, in your opinion? Can you think of anything?
Yes.
What?
Raw minerals to make those things.
Which ones?
I don't know. Alkaline.
Cobalt.
Do
We have that in Ohio.
Maybe. I don't know if we have enough of it.
We have it.
Yeah. But also remember,
So why not only trade
to pay a miner in Ohio?
I know you keep saying that. I'm trying to eliminate that from the equation.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is what that Zhang is saying in his book.
Who the hell is Zhang?
Zanga, 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 zanga. What I'm saying is that what his argument is that we could be self-sustaining and not need any trade. If that's true, then Trump's logic should be more like, let's only trade on the things that we do need that benefit us. Let's work on those things.
Yeah, but you would have to put laws and restrictions for countries to buy outside of America.
Right.
That's
What is
the
that?
only
Is that
way
the
to do
NAFTA deal? No.
More than that, you would have to make it illegal.
It would be illegal.
You would have to tell freaking Microsoft, hey, if you want to make this Surface tablet, you got to buy microchips from an American company.
Apple, you need to make your phones
America here. Yep.
Ay, Dios mío. Imagine how much.
Imagine how much a cell phone's going to cost.
They're saying that
These things will be treasured. We'll never sell them. You'll have that phone till you die.
Do you see this donkey ass case I got? I have.
You better buy your new phone today because that's the last phone you're gonna buy.
They're saying that iPhones will go up to $2,300.
Yeah. Because remember they're making the freaking factory where they commit suicide. Right? That's the factory where they jump out the windows.
Does my phone company do that?
Yeah, they're all made in China.
This phone?
All of them.
Samsung. It's made in Korea.
No, the company's in Korea.
The company.
They're made in China.
Their office is in Korea. Their factory is in China.
This is an American phone. It's made in China. They're all made in China.
I don't know how you feel, but I feel like we got to stop that.
I mean, we could, but again,
why can't we make Mexico our China?
We should. That makes the most sense.
They love
the problem is that they can't.
They love toilets.
No, but yeah, they love to clean your toilets. The problem is they can't keep their shit together. So we can't build the factory there because before you know, the freaking the cartel's going to go and destroy it.
Idiots.
We can't keep it together. That's why Trump is like, make them a terrorist organization. We'll kill them, and then we can finally make some stuff there.
Wow.
Yeah. Get rid of them, then we can make stuff.
Okay.
I think if you legalize drugs across the board, the cartel's got no way to make money anymore. Every drug legal. Now there's no more illegal. You have to make it legally. That's it.
I think that okay, so there's a lot of protests going on about these tariffs.
Yeah.
About Doge. Hey, what did I tell you about those hand signals, bro? You could do that one. There's a lot of protests going on.
Not November. I was going to say November 5th. It's April 5th. There was a big protest.
April 5th.
Like 1,300 or 13,000 protests around the country.
Around the
world, I guess.
You're part of the Libertarian Party, right?
Yes.
The way he says that. Wasted vote.
Yes.
Perdido.
It's the closest thing to what I believe in.
Socialism?
No.
It's the closest thing to it, though.
What?
Your party.
No, it's not. It's actually on the opposite end
compared
of the
to the left and the right. Yours would be the socialist closest to it.
Do you understand politics? It's literally the opposite end. Socialism is authoritarian.
Okay, shut up, you little hypocrite.
It's literally the opposite.
He's not. Don't listen to him.
Opposite end of the
And don't Google this. Don't learn anything.
Don't look it up.
The this moment right now that we're in
history,
I think. I want to know your thoughts. I think is the closest we're gonna get. Can you not do that? Sounds like a freaking old radio. That's magic, bro. That's the stars.
What you got going on there?
You don't want to know about that. Now I don't know which setting you put because you changed everything.
I didn't change anything. That's the problem.
You did. So
I didn't. All right, go ahead. It's the closest we get to socialism.
No, I think that there's enough. I think there's a unique opportunity right now for a third party to rise up.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yeah. I feel like every year we're getting closer and closer.
Think about that. Think about what I'm saying real quickly, because no. I think this is the closest. I think that if a third party would come up and rise up, it would be right now, because you have the Democratic Party who's in shambles. Like, they're totally like destroyed.
They have nothing.
They have nothing
to offer anybody.
They have nothing to offer. They have no leader. They have no leader. They have no one to speak up with. They don't have an identity.
This guy doesn't believe in AOC. That's the sad part.
Stop.
She's the leader of the Democratic Party right now.
She is the saddest thing that exists right now.
Don't talk about her like that, you son of a bitch.
Why?
AOC? She's a Puerto Rican queen.
Yeah, but they don't have a leader, right? You don't remember?
Chuck Schumer.
Remember they were saying how they were saying what's her name? Michael Obama was the leader, the supposed the one who was going to announce and come up,
and she said she didn't want it.
Right. They don't have an identity.
She's like, I don't want them to expose.
They don't have an identity. They don't have identity.
No.
They don't have a policy.
The only thing they have is anti-Trump. So
that's all they have. Never Trump. Yeah. Not Trump. So there's enough people in that party that are like, what happened to my party? I don't belong here. I definitely don't belong over there.
Yeah.
Independent or Libertarian Party or party third party.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think Libertarian Party.
The Russians, the Republicans.
No, you said it.
I said the Russians. The Republicans are at this point right now. This is our guy. This is our party.
This is the reason.
Hold on. I don't like this.
This is why I don't think the Libertarian Party is going to take over, because of this flag. Because the Republicans took it. They're using it. And because they decided they want to use our flag because they like our values, people associate this flag with the Republican Party.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the Libertarian Party right now, is this flag. This is our flag for the beginning of America. But now Republicans use it. And now because the Republicans use it, everybody, look, this guy right here, Christopher.
Mira que lindo.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
You obviously don't.
Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know you get that. Oh, you don't get it in New York, though. Boo. You get special plates. I love it. Also, too, I was literally about to say this. Also, too, libertarians believe if you want to be gay, be gay. We don't care. Why is that my business?
Republicans don't.
They don't.
Democrats?
Yeah, they don't care. No, they want you to be gay. They rather you be
What doesn't want you? The other one does.
The Democrats rather you be gay.
So, do you understand what I'm saying? So, the Republicans at this very point in time, they're the ones that are saying, I got it. They're the ones that are saying, the Republicans are ones that are saying, so there's a group of Republicans that are like, yeah, I voted for this, but damn, things are really bad right now.
I don't know if there's enough Republicans.
The Nazis.
I don't think there's enough Republicans that are. I think a lot of Republicans are like,
yeah, I voted for this.
I voted for this, and they're doing crazy shit. But it's kind of like, if that's what it takes to get it done, I'll stay.
Yeah, I voted for this.
I'll stay quiet.
I get that.
Yeah,
but I think that there are some that are like, look at what's going on because of Elon. Look at what's going on. Elon's a German Hitler. Look what's going on with look what's going on with the tariffs. Look at our relationships with the other people, other countries. Look at how they're looking at us, and they're reneging. And I think that
who, the Republicans?
the Republicans, maybe not as much, but there are some,
In a month, they're gonna come back. They're gonna see that the negotiations like, oh, snap,
and everything's working, and they'll come back.
and they're gonna come back. Yeah.
What I'm saying is that this would be a great opportunity for that third party, whatever it is, that third party to make a push.
Yeah.
This would be the moment. These are the moments.
These are the moments. I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know. It would have to be a new party. It can't be one of these parties. It has to be a new party. Because the new party has these things associated with them for years. Like, this is look at it. The Libertarian Party, we make fun of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's actually a flag that we use. Because it's, we make fun of ourselves. Because we understand that it's all bullcrap at the end of the day. It's either your freedom or we all have freedoms. Like, it's just a joke. Like, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? The Libertarian Party they don't take ourselves seriously. There's always a crazy person there.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of comedians become libertarians because of that.
Why?
Because they understand that there's a jokey aspect about it. You know what I'm saying?
What's the joke?
The joke is that you could do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You don't have there's no real ideology behind it. It's just you do whatever you want. Just don't bother me.
That's the idea.
That's it.
The idea.
That's as far as we go. But that's basically nothing. That's like be by yourself and do whatever you want. Like, there's no real, And then when we talk about laws, there's arguments.
So libertarian on abortion.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, that's a good example. You have half of the Libertarian Party is like, yeah, that's a person. You shouldn't kill it. And the other half is like, no, it's a woman's right to do whatever she wants with her body.
So
there's no real position.
Stance on it.
No, it's whatever you want to be. And I was telling this to Mike like 2 years ago when we were doing like a podcast talking about the Libertarian Party. I'm like, it's less of a party and more of just a thought. Like, hey, we should be freedom to do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
It's less of a party and more like a thought.
Yeah, more like a thought of how we should live. So like within the Libertarian Party, you have they're basically Democrats and basically Republicans in the Libertarian. They're both. But they both believe you should do whatever you want. Nobody should tell you not to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think Libertarian Party is the most optimal because we don't have to fight about dumb stuff. As long as it's almost like church, where you go to church. Like, to be a Christian church, you got to believe in Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. You got to believe in the Trinity. Like, there's like 5 things you got to believe in. Anything else that you believe in is up to you. Whatever you want.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
You're saying that the core thing there, but the core is not enough to stand on.
The problem with the core is that all the other stuff that falls outside of the core. So, like, say for instance, I believe life is at conception. Now I run against a Democrat, and he says, no, it's not. It's at birth. So now I'm default the Republican.
Right.
So when the average Joe watching TV is like, oh, that's a Republican guy. Yeah. I'm not a Republican.
So, like, another thing is like a lot of individuals voted for Trump that don't identify as MAGA, don't identify as, Republican. They're not Republican, but they voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And that's why libertarians believe in, when Trump did the thing with the abortion thing, the states' right, libertarians like, that's the correct position to have. Let the states decide what they want to do. Because you're bringing the level closer to the people to make a decision. Not the government. So
the Libertarian Party is not going to be the party then, the third party.
It could be.
It can't.
But the problem is people are stuck in these
It can't
dichotomies.
If they don't even take themselves seriously.
Well, we shouldn't. Right? We shouldn't take ourselves seriously. It's a joke. Everything's a joke. All these ideas are a joke.
The parties?
Everything.
Why?
Most politics is just people are wanting to argue about dumb stuff.
Most politics?
Yeah, just people wanting to argue about dumb stuff. Like, again, do you think gay people should freaking be free to marry?
I don't care.
I don't care either. But the people are like, nah, they shouldn't get married. Okay, that's that.
What's one thing that you do care about?
We're
gonna be here for a minute.
It's just freedom.
What do you care about?
I think to me, literally, it's freedom. Maximum freedom. Maximum freedom. Do
Immigrants.
Well, I don't care either way, but there has to be a correct way to do it. So let them all in. I don't care, but then we cannot have welfare. Get rid of it. Out the door. No welfare in America.
So you do care about that one?
No, it's not that I care, because you can close the border off all I care.
Hold on.
But then you have to have welfare.
You just sounded very, 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 very liberal and emotional right there. Okay, stop. Yeah. It's okay. So you care about that one. We'll hold that one to the side.
I do not care either way.
You care because there's a fine print, and that fine print you got loud. I had to lower your mic.
Yeah. The fine print is...
Lower his mic now, Jose. Okay.
The fine print is that there's a correct way to do it.
You care. Okay. So next one, abortion?
I think states should choose what they want to do.
You care, but not at the level of a president.
I care personally, but I don't think I should force somebody else to believe what I believe.
So you care on a personal, that's great. That's your business. But you don't care at the level of federal government.
No, I don't think the federal government should be in charge of it at all.
Okay, so
I think
you don't care about that.
I think no. But I think the states should.
The state, though.
But the states are made by the people. People vote. So let them choose.
So that's a half care. What about, so we did immigration, we did abortion. I'm trying to cover the main, like what are the main abortion?
Yeah, but I don't care about immigration.
You do.
Why? What do I care? Tell me. You tell me.
So I guess what I'm asking is, what function should the government have? What are the topics that?
Oh, they should protect people.
Wait, hold on.
Right?
What are the topics? What are the key points that are really touchy to the heart for you when it comes to what the responsibilities are for the federal government and then the local government?
Yeah.
So in the federal government, gayness.
Who cares?
We both agree on that one. Go crazy.
Get married.
So on the federal, you don't care.
But they can't use a woman's bathroom.
You see, stop.
You gotta dress like a woman. You gotta go all the way, bro. You can't just be like, I'm a girl, I'm walking. No, it's not. Be a woman, bro.
It sound like her.
Get the surgery, look like one.
So you don't care on a federal level and a state level about the gays?
No, I just think that the federal government, we should relinquish power to the states more than what we have.
To the state. Okay, so again, so I'm trying to identify what should the federal government be, and I'm trying to bring up the topics that are always coming up in every election, right? We all get together, we all go to the booth. Those people who vote go to the booth to vote for a president.
Hey, we vote. We do vote.
And the things that they care about the most, or the top hot topics of every election, is what? Abortion. Lately, abortion.
But that's a joke. That's like a joke, bro. That's like not even real. That's what I tell people. Like, it's not even. It's a joke.
So abortion shouldn't be on the federal level because it should be on the
yeah. It
state.
should not. It should be your choice, not my choice. Right? I shouldn't have to choose for you. That's crazy.
The government shouldn't have to choose either.
No, the government shouldn't choose.
Okay, so
you should let the people choose whatever they decide together.
You brought it down to the states.
Ohio is going to be illegal because they're all Mormons. But that's what they chose. As a state, they chose it. And if you don't like it, move to Michigan.
So we have abortion. We covered abortion. We covered immigration.
Sort of.
So, you see, he's very emotional about that one. That one, I get it. So we got to bring that back to the federal.
No.
That one immigration has to go up to the federal.
The only reason why it has to be in federal is because you're crossing federal lines.
Okay, so that's okay.
Okay.
So when we vote, we should focus on that. When I pick my candidate and you pick your candidate,
no, but we're not.
This issue should be a forefront in our voting.
No. Because you're not voting on immigration. You're voting on something way bigger than that when you talk about immigration.
I'm voting for my candidate and what he or she falls in line with my beliefs.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool, federal.
So if one candidate says yes, immigration or illegal immigration technically, and the other immigration says no illegal immigration, I think they're both idiots and neither one should be voted in office because they're not talking about what's the real problem.
What's the real problem?
They're talking about it's almost like if you got a wart and you put a Band-Aid, it'd be fine, and then you come to find out, oh no, that's cancer. They're not talking about the cancer. They're talking about the Band-Aid. Oh, cover it with a Band-Aid. That's all they're talking about. So when they talk about immigration, they're just talking about the cover it with a Band-Aid.
Okay.
They're not talking about the issue.
Both sides.
The issue is that if you let them come here illegally, they're going to get Medicaid. They're going to get welfare, right? They're going to work under the table. They're going to get paid less than everybody else, right? That's the problem. Not the illegal crossing. If you gotta let them cross, get rid of the stuff that they're the real issue.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So back to the federal level. What else is on the federal level when you go to vote? What should be the thing that is always on and should maybe remain in the federal level?
100 military have to be
military.
International trade, and even that's I'm a little iffy on. You should probably let states make trade decisions on their own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We like avocados over here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine Trump said, let every state make their own decision who they want to trade with. So New York would import whatever, and they can sell to California at a certain rate. We'll be a country within a country, us selling and buying from each other. Imagine the economy. Instead of just across the board, eggs are this much. You know what I'm saying? So New York, we make eggs. We got farms. We could sell milk, whatever, to Ohio, whatever. Ohio don't got no farms, whatever. I don't know. But like I'm saying, like we can trade now, like a country would trade. Okay, we'll say just like we were talking about Mongolia and USSR. Yeah. We could do that within the states.
So those are the three, right?
I'm sure there's plenty more.
But the main ones, right?
The main ones, yeah.
Because since you started voting, what has always been the main topics? Abortion.
Yeah.
Immigration. I feel like immigration though is like a more recent one though too.
Yeah. But you should vote on your conscience. There's no doubt about it. Like abortion. If you believe life is at conception, you should vote like that. But I shouldn't be voting for my president. I should be voting for my governor to make that decision.
Yeah, but people don't do that. We don't have to.
But that's what it should be.
I know, and that's the way the system is set up. But nobody has signs for it.
Well, that's Trump fixed it.
How he fixed it?
He made it to the state level.
The abortion thing.
Yeah. There has to be some regulations for certain things, and that's why we were talking about Board of Education. Remember, I was like, we should get rid of it, or at minimum shrink it to as much as make it into a freaking an office in a building. You know what I'm saying? An office in whatever building in Washington D.C. Just like 50 people work there, and all they do all day long is check schools, making sure that they're they have a standard, and that's it. The standard, check. Next. Standard, you meet the standard, check.
And what happens when they don't?
You make a line, strike one, put that back in the file. You got 2 more years, you messed up, we're closing your school. You know what I'm saying?
We're closing your funding.
We're closing your funding. Yeah, you figure if people want to pay on their own, that's their business. But you're not getting money from us.
You're gonna cut them
federal
off.
spending. You're not allowed to get federal funding.
Yeah.
Because they're not passing a certain. We can't have stupid people in this country. Let's be real. That's another big problem America has. Because of the educational system we have dumb people. Yeah. It's just not functioning right. There's nobody really watching. It's just a money laundering scheme for unions. That's what the Board of Education is. We're stealing money from the government to pay into people's unions, and that's it. F the kids. We're just here to make money.
They asked the girl, what's the name of the shape that has 8 sides? And she said the stop sign.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's technically right.
She is.
Good for her.
I was proud.
She's on the right track. The worst is when they be like, how many states are in America? And they can't answer.
Who was the first president? Couldn't answer it.
I saw one, they were like, what language do they speak in Michigan or something like that? And she was like, I don't know. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy, son. But the education system's failing anyway. Why continue to fail? Why not switch it up? Do what Trump's doing with the tariffs, shaking things up a little bit. Do something crazy, shake it up.
Yeah, word.
Let people that want to teach kids.
So, do you think it was a good look for Trump to be golfing while the economy goes to shits?
Yeah, because he knows it's supposed to do this. What? He's not scared. He's like, this is what's supposed to happen.
This is exactly what's supposed to happen.
This is the plan. Everybody take it easy.
Go play golf.
Yeah, go play golf. Take it easy. Just don't even watch the news. Just give it a week or two. We'll fix it. Egg prices go up for a little while. They're coming right back down.
Actually, they've been
just like he said. Surprise.
Almost back to normal.
Surprise, surprise.
But it had nothing to do with him.
But he knew that it was going to come down.
Right, because
he wasn't concerned for it. He's like,
they killed all those infected pollos.
Yeah. But he knows.
Who wants to buy eggs when there's a virus in it?
I don't know.
I need eggs, actually.
Bro, I
gotta go buy eggs.
I haven't bought eggs in God knows how long.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
We just have a lot of them.
You stocked
so
up.
So many of them. No, because we buy the big one. You know, those with the 2 layers in Costco. The big one. Is, I don't know, there's a lot.
6 dozen.
Yeah, so they last a while.
You don't eat eggs like that?
No.
What the fuck is eating so much eggs?
I don't know. And you know me, if I make eggs, I'm killing a 12-pack right away with the kids. With a dozen instantly.
Yeah.
If I make eggs for everybody in the house, done. 12 out the door, finished.
My son.
So knock them out.
My son. I get the brown ones, the 2.5 dozens, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, because you're racist.
I am organically sound.
So because they're brown, they're organic?
They're nature. Eggs don't come out white.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
They come out blue too.
They don't come out white.
They do. They come out a bunch of different colors. They come out beige. They come out mad colors, bro.
Purple.
I think they might come out purple. David used to work in a farm in Governor's Island. Not work, but that was part of his school program. He would take care of chickens, and he would come home with eggs that they laid. And there'd be all these different colors. Like,
I've seen blue. I've never seen white like you get at the store.
But then when you crack them, because they feed them, they don't feed them feed. They let them eat worms and whatever.
Yeah.
So when you crack the eggs, the yolk is it's like almost bright.
Like neon.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Like the Homer Simpson.
Yeah. It's crazy. So I'm like, these are the good eggs, not the crap we get in the store. That's freaking dead. Just yellow.
Ugh.
Like piss. Like you're dehydrated. You take a piss.
I get the organic. I get the organic eggs from Costco.
What does that even mean?
Just means they're $7.
Yeah, egg price didn't go down for him.
They did it. No, they're like $9. But if you go right across the street here, $19.
Seriously?
Yeah, when the prices were going crazy, now they're coming down, but it's still $1 or $2 more than Costco.
That's why they have to have eggs in like locally.
All right, what do you mean by
like there should be somebody in the block that, like, you know how they have like, oh, that thing that you said your mom did with the farm, the little garden.
Yeah,
they should have eggs in there. Chickens. They should have 3 or 4 chickens just living in there, walking around laying eggs, and then from the neighborhood you come and you collect eggs. You know what I'm saying? It should just be like that.
Chicken coop.
Yeah.
Randomly in like a community chicken coop.
Yeah, and you pay a monthly fee, whatever, $5 a month, very cheap, and you just get a dozen eggs.
White people are not having that in their neighborhood.
I would love to have it.
We would, because we're Jibaros, ghetto Latinos. But to have, imagine the smell throughout the city.
Yeah,
and the sound. The sound alone. There's construction going on every once in a while out here. That's so annoying. I can imagine hearing the chickens crowing. Oh, those are the cocks, right? Those are the cocks.
Those are the
roosters.
Damn, I'm trying to find the.
I would not be able to deal with it. It would be way too wild to have that in the city.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the. There's a guy in the Bronx, in the projects. He made a chicken farm, right in front of the projects.
Really?
Yeah, like the entranceway to walk into the projects. You know, they have like I don't know, like spaces on the side. It's supposed to be like grass.
Yeah.
He just made chickens in there, and he goes there, feeds the chickens. He's like 4 or 5 chickens in there, and he just has them there.
Nobody said anything.
No, nobody just. I mean, now that he's popular, I'm sure the freaking government's gonna step in and be like, "You're not allowed to do that."
It's that sound more than anything that's at the center of a controversy in Upper Manhattan.
Whatever time comes to mind at any given moment of your day, they crow at that time.
Mickey Chorney is one of the dozens of residents who live in this apartment building in Inwood, along with at least 2 dozen roosters and hens. They're owned by a man who's lived here his whole life, but who acquired an Indonesian rooster last June, then added 3 hens over the summer last year. They quickly multiplied, and the result?
Some people get annoyed by it, but if you have negative energy, you're not going to appreciate it. But if you think positively and you want to accept it, it's like music.
He only gives his nickname, Golden Child, and acknowledges the same thing as his neighbor who's made numerous 311 complaints. That the building has successfully sued to get the flock removed. Still, it remains.
I'm hoping to take them somewhere else where they could have more space and enjoy their freedom instead of being caged in like animals.
He's given away some of the birds' eggs, sold some others, and while some neighbors feel this way,
This is harmless. It's not hurting nobody.
others say
There's a reason they're illegal in the city. And that has just been completely overlooked. Like, somehow this man is just above the law.
the city says he's not. The health department has issued a summons, a spokesperson said, and we're working with the property owner on a solution. All right, also in this lot, some turtles and a parrot, which are legal in the city, and hens, which are also legal. It's the roosters that are in violation of code. For now, though, they all remain.
But why? Why couldn't he do that? Because it's not his space.
Yeah, technically he doesn't own it.
He doesn't own the space. And maybe there's viruses that might come out of it.
It could be. Is this it?
Let's see.
No, this is not it.
This is on the corner in the front lawn. We got a chicken farm. That's so cool.
Ideal.
Wow.
Nope. Access denied.
Free eggs. Gotta love.
This is not it, but look. Like, I want this. I want to just have chickens in my backyard. Just 3 or 4 chickens just walking around, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Eating whatever back there. And then when I eat my food, whatever's left over, I put it like in a little bowl. I put it outside. Let the chickens have at it.
You're recycling.
Rice, beans, fruits, whatever. Just put it there. Let them eat it. Maybe even some chicken. Just let them have it. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a pigeon eat chicken bones? Or chicken, piece of chicken drumstick or whatever?
It's kind of...
It's sad.
It's sad for us. It's sad for us, but it's not sad for them.
No, they don't care. They'll eat anything. They'll eat each other. They'll probably peck each other's eyes out. Damn, I'm trying to find them. Anyway.
So...
It's so good.
Yeah, that could never happen in the city, Papa. But
What, chickens?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I definitely...
You could. I'm sure you could. I don't think it's illegal.
I definitely agree with
Let's
the whole notion. Go ahead.
Is it legal to have chickens in NYC? Is it legal? Let's go to all. Yes, you're allowed to keep hens, female chickens in New York City, but not roosters. Because they probably make too much noise. See? I know you can have chickens.
Or other fowl? Is that word? Fowl?
Yeah, fowls like birds that you eat.
Like geese, duck, or turkeys. We have turkeys in Staten Island.
That's true. They're wild though.
That's true.
Your chickens are set up nuisance conditions like pet chickens in
So you can have them.
Yeah, let's go. Let's have chickens.
Go crazy.
If you have a backyard, like a nice, decent sized backyard, why not?
If that's all you're doing.
No, but even if you just use your backyard to barbecue and stuff, just have the chickens running around the backyard. Make a little house in the corner somewhere.
You're going to have chickens running around with your guests in the barbecue?
Well, I mean, you let them loose. I mean, I guess you can lock them up when people here. They have chicken runs. You ever heard of that, chicken runs?
No, what's that?
They build like a path, like a caged path around the whole thing. And they basically run around and they crap inside. So the rodents, they don't want to go there. The rats or whatever. And then if any bugs come across the fence, they eat them before they get to the yard.
Also, if you have a nice square, big block of a garden, you make the run around the edge of the...
And then every once in a while, you let them run in the middle and just let them have at it. You know what I'm saying? You have like 3 chickens. You're good, bro.
I'm just thinking like it's as a survivalist, let them only run around in the chicken run. In the middle, you have all your fruits and vegetables that are growing that are now protected because the rodents aren't trying to get in there because they know the chickens are in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find a good chicken run. They have these little things. Oh, like this is an example right here. He has a garden in the middle, and he has the chickens running
That's what I'm talking
on the
about.
edge. They just run around the edge, so nothing could get into the garden.
gosh.
They call him Tizzy. Look, see, there's another one.
Why does this remind me of Minecraft?
Yeah, Minecraft, you raise chickens. I saw the movie.
No, was it good?
It's pretty good.
It made #1.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm in there, right, watching the movie. Did you go to the movie theaters to watch Avengers?
I think so.
And when Captain America picks up the freaking hammer, everybody goes crazy.
Crazy.
Rah. It was like the end of the Minecraft movie.
Where he picked up the pickaxe or something?
No, just like things that happen. People were like, yes! The whole crowd was great. Like, this is great. I was having such a good time. I was like, this is fantastic.
Okay. It grossed number 1.
Good for them. I want
You know
them to
what
make more.
movie's not making a lot of money? Snow White.
Ah, bendito. She ruined it. I mean, Disney
You heard that
ruined
they're
it.
suing her?
Yeah?
So allegedly, from what I heard, the last, on my way to work news update, they allegedly are suing her. The workers.
Because they're like, you ruined this movie for us.
We based our revenue on this, and you ruined it because of your politics.
Yeah, because it's dumb. They should freaking sue Gal Gadot, whatever her name is. She's a horrible actor.
Who's that?
The chick that played the evil queen. Her. She's got to be one of the worst actors in Hollywood.
Oh, isn't that Wonder Woman?
Such a bad actor.
She's hot though.
She's mid.
Way better looking than AOC.
You better watch your fucking mouth.
Ooh, somebody got emotional.
Now I want to watch her act.
Hold on, we can't play that shit.
All right, okay, you're right.
But so
And this chick is Snow White.
What's the actress? The Snow White? Her.
Rachel Zegler.
Okay, so they're suing her. So imagine you work for a company and you go all political and you know what I mean? You represent the company.
Yeah.
That's basically what it's like, right?
Yeah. You're the mascot.
You're the mascot of the company. Exactly. You got the mascot walling out on some political joint and everybody hates her.
Because she was very smug and people don't like that crap. People also making fun of the way she looks too. You ever seen it?
Why they were saying how why does Disney keep hiring actresses with eyes so far apart? They get wider and wider apart. She's hot there.
Oh yeah, regular she's cute. Yeah,
she's cute.
But
but her personality makes her ugly.
That's fact. Big facts.
And her beliefs, like we're not gonna have a stalker. Bitch, that's the story.
That's the story. Just go with the story. Everybody, the reason why it's a classic.
And I'm sorry, I don't care if you're male or female. Okay, I'm not gonna be biased like you, little bitch. I'm talking you.
This guy thinks that Snow White should be a male. That's what you believe.
Do you enjoy being chased by a woman?
Chased by a woman?
Yeah, like trying to get you.
First of all, she can't catch me. Let's start there. Woman's not catching me.
Put your fucking alpha in your pocket.
Even if she does catch me, I'm knocking her out.
Okay, put your alpha in your pocket. But you don't like being chased by a female? In interest?
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that women feel that way too?
Yeah, I think so. I think most.
Or people?
Yeah, people, yeah.
People like to be chased.
People like to be pursued. I think that's the word you're looking for.
Yes. Chase sounds like this bitch.
Yeah.
Zinger.
Ziggler.
That's what she's emphasizing. The story of Snow White, that's mad. Snow White? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad old. Is set back in the time where women were chased OD'd.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Women were just, they present themselves.
Now we're living in a brand new stage where it's like, women are getting down on one knee. Try that when Snow White came out.
Yeah.
See how popular that was.
I mean, I blame World War II and the feminist movement on this.
What I'm saying is that they should have kept to the theme. They should have kept it to the original, what it was, because that's what people
It's
expect.
a hit already. We know it's a hit.
It's a winner.
We know. We have
now
history.
you're going to turn it into a real life fleshy
Did you
movie?
watch it yet?
Are you kidding me right now?
You did watch it. Okay, you're a fan favorite. That's fine.
I'm the one that gave it 0 -4 apples. Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten apples.
It got the worst ratings. It made history.
Really?
It made history for the worst ratings.
Good for them.
Do you know how much money they spent?
They broke records. That's good for them.
Do you know how much money they spent making this movie?
$1 billion?
Half.
Shut, really? That's sad. But good for them. Let them learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's Disney.
And I think they only made, I don't even know how much they made. No, nothing near.
You gonna check?
Yeah, let's see how much they made.
They didn't make enough money, I'll tell you that. So these poor people are working on this movie. They probably get paid by the views, right? They probably sign contracts like, yo, if this one's a smash, a hit, we'll pay you more money. But, opened $1 disappointing 43 million at the box office. $250 million. You know what's crazy? It costs $250, but that's excluding what it costs to freaking advertise.
Yeah, but the marketing.
The marketing, yes, I mean the advertising. Yeah. That's $500 million down the drain.
Plus the what it costs to make. We're talking about, is that everything? Marketing and distribution costs were $500 million. Plus the $250, we're looking at $750 million.
That's so
for
crazy.
A movie that's made what, $100 million?
That's sad.
That's
But you know what that is,
good
right?
for them.
But I was gonna say that's them trying to pursue this weird thing that nobody likes.
Nobody likes it.
People
That's what
say
I'm
they
saying.
like it, but they don't pay for that.
No.
They just want to say it.
And this is the Democratic Party.
Yeah, this is the Democratic Party fault, 100%.
This is where they are lost in the sauce. They don't have an identity. Kennedy resigned or quit or got fired.
What Kennedy talking about?
Her sister is
He has a sister.
aunt. Yeah, Disney fires or lays off or.
Oh,
resigns.
okay, yeah. Oh, they got rid of her.
I think she resigned or something. She's
Good.
gone.
Who's taking over?
Don't know.
Is it going to be one of the Russo brothers or whatever?
It
One of those
should be
guys?
Joe Rogan.
It should be. Honestly.
It really should be Joe Rogan.
Yeah. They should hire us.
Entertaining. Yeah, like, you know, when I think about Disney, you can't front. They came up with some great stories.
Disney? Yeah.
Come on. I mean,
yeah.
our American identity is embedded in that company, and to screw it up with people like this, and I hope she gets sued.
I hope so too.
I hope she gets sued.
At least this should be like a wake up call for them to be like, we're messing up.
But you know what I also see? I see her as the Sabi comeback story.
You don't want to buy any of these? You're telling me?
Nah,
No, because we looked up to buy robots. Now you're getting advertisements to buy robots.
all the time. This is the effects of.
Is this a gun? What is this?
Do you think that she'll have a comeback story? A pity? You guys were mean to me.
She's gonna say that.
Zinger.
Now, will anybody hire her? I've never seen her as an
Look
actress.
how far those eyes are.
I've never seen her as an actress before this. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen her as an actress before this?
No, I don't. No, this would be the only time I ever.
Let's do some math here.
It's about at least 3 inches.
That is pretty far out. But there is math or something.
Compared to you, you look like a Mr. Potato Head, bro.
Eye distance.
Wow, you.
There's like a thing. Look, like hers. Look how white hers are. That, you know, the actresses, the one that played that chess movie,
Oh, the Gambit.
The Gambit. Yeah, that's her. There's like I saw a picture with a bunch of different actors that showed the eye distance, and it's quite interesting because looks like she has a weird.
That's not Zinger.
No. But this is a weird. Like it's very far. So
it's the lizard
she's
people.
weirdly attractive. Like she's not classically attractive.
It's the odd.
Yeah,
it's the odd that's attractive because it's odd.
And
it's attractive.
I think she has that too. She's like, well, I mean, obviously here's a disaster, but she's like oddly attractive.
And look
like
at her
weird.
chin.
That's true. She got that brolic.
She got that I'm Batman chin.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look at that. That one.
That's crazy. Type in actors or stars or whatever.
Stars. Look at this guy. Yeesh.
Oh,
Oh, this is the other one. No, I don't want to click on it. It's a video.
don't do it.
But like the Little Mermaid one. Damn, look at that thing. That's crazy.
Hers is the wildest.
Jesus.
And the dudes are like closer together.
Yeah. Well, the dudes are weird, but they have a different head shape. Honestly, women are rounder here. Dudes, right in this area, we have like a ridge, like a Klingon. And then we also have this part of our eye that is thicker and bulkier. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever noticed that on men. If you're a man, touch your head. Right on the corner of your forehead, there's a bump right here. You can feel it in your head if you rub it. No, like on this, like this part of your eye, right here. Like right here, you should feel it on the side, bro. What are you doing? Freaking right there somewhere. You should feel a bump, like a ridge.
I'm a woman.
Oh, you're a fag. But your head shape is not perfectly round. It kind of goes round and then it like kind of goes back a little bit.
You want to feel mine? You're too far.
Too far.
All right, so
Also, our brow should be thicker right here. We should.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Over here, the bump.
yeah, that bump. Okay, there you feel the corner bump.
Yeah.
And then if you put your hand on your eyebrow
Yeah.
and like kind of move your skin and flex it up and down, like rub it, you can feel like a bump. Like your eyebrows have a bump to it.
And it dents.
Yeah.
Women have that?
Women are smooth.
Oh, gotta get a woman.
Yeah. Women are weird.
Women are weird.
But we're built for aggressive kind of.
That's why our shit is like this?
Yeah, this is hard. So, if you get hit, it protects you. It's extra thick.
Well, I want to be a woman. I don't want to get hit.
Remember, we do hunting, so we're bound to get injured.
Right.
You know
We're
what I'm
built for it. Fuck. Damn, that sucks.
So when you see a woman with an odd head shape, you're like, what the fuck? What is this? What's going on here?
Go back up a little bit?
What are you looking for? Oh, snap.
Oh, I thought
Remember
that was
her?
somebody else.
The singer? Is that the singer?
Yeah, I don't think that's the singer.
Amy Winehouse, was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, trying out.
Who's that kid?
What kid?
Go back up. Oh, a little bit more.
What the hell is this guy? This kid?
The fuck is that?
Hyper. I don't know what that is.
Hypertelorism.
Increase the distance between two organs or body parts, usually referring to increased distance between the orbs of the eyes. That's what. Oh, but they have this weird thing right here. This little web.
Oh.
Bendito. Don't make fun of him.
So real quickly, being that we're on this, who's your favorite? Oh, that's it. I was gonna say who's your favorite actor that you fell in love with?
I was gonna look at his eye distance. He was a great actor. In Game of Thrones, he was fantastic.
You think it was a character or it was him?
I think it was both.
Both.
I think what he lost was that he must have had a really bad. I forgot what they call it. The guy that helps you get a job. What are they called?
Agent.
He had a bad agent because he got horrible roles after this. After Game of Thrones, he should have been in every freaking Conan the Barbarian.
He should have been the next.
He should have been Uhtred.
What's his name?
God.
It should be Fraser Harrison starring in The Gladiator.
That's not his name. What's his name?
I don't fucking know his name.
What is this? I have no idea what I'm looking at here.
I don't know. You just now it's gonna be in my
What is
cookies.
his name? Cat something. Cat Harrington. Kit Harrington. Is it Kit Harrington?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is it?
I think you got it. Definitely misspelled it.
Kit Harrington. See? Toma. Attractive young man. Look at him go.
Oh, so I was.
What is he in? He was in Game of Thrones. That's what he did. Eternals, horrible thing. And then I don't know about any of these movies. You watch Eternals?
You know, but I feel like
horrible movie. The best part of this movie was the lady.
Oh my god, the commercials were horrible.
What commercials?
The previews. I mean.
Oh, the best part of the movie was the lady that runs fast. She was the pinnacle. If they could have made a whole movie on her, everybody would have loved it.
Yeah.
So she was deaf too. I think. I think she's actually deaf, like real life.
Oh shit! Let me see. No, just click on the movie.
No. I want to watch the scene. I want to show you.
Eternals.
E-Turtles, my kids used to call it.
Who's the fast bitch?
And then look, this other actor from the Game of Thrones. His brother from the movie.
Oh shoot!
Right?
Yeah.
Oh look, he was in it. He's first. So why? He's not even part of the. He's not even part of the team.
She needs to stop it.
Look, this guy. I don't know his name. Oh look, he was also. Oh, that's Harry Styles. I thought that was the Game of Thrones guy. Oh, and you know who else was in it? Our childhood crush,
Show more.
Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek.
Let's see the way you said it. Yeah. Salma Hayek. What was the name of that?
But
movie?
growing up as a kid, who were you fantasized about? Who was your girl?
Lisa,
or guy?
Lisa Turtle.
What? No way. The girl that did the
Lisa Turtle.
Wow.
That was my girl, nigga. She. Then she became crazy. Let's see her today. Crazy.
What the hell happened?
You know who else? Next one. Little Kim.
Oh, no way, bro.
Back in the day.
Let's see back in the day.
Oh man. Where is it?
God, there's so many bad ones.
Yeah. The recent. She's such damn man. She really. Little Kim. Let's put young.
Yeah, young. The beginning. Type in the beginning.
Yikes.
That's you can't even find a good one on her.
Yeah.
Damn.
Remember, I think she lost it when after she did the titty out. Remember what was the name of that? In the MTV Awards? Remember she had one tit out? I think from that point forward, she lost her mind. I can throw shade if I don't get paid. Damn, son.
Those are your girls. Okay.
Look at this monster now. She's a fucking nut job now, bro. Insane.
What about Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey back in the day.
Back in the day. With that curly hair?
I don't even know how to spell her name.
We don't know how to spell anyways.
Mariah Cheryl.
Who in the world?
Mariah. How do you spell Carey?
Wow.
Is
How
it
about
Y?
There's no H? There's no Carey?
I don't know about how you spell Carey.
He's writing cherry.
Mariah Cherry. How do you spell Carey?
C-A-R.
E-Y? Is that it? I did. Yeah. All right. Let's look at Mariah Carey back. Oh, like these days. Toma.
I didn't like her there either.
No?
Put her in 90s. Type in 90s.
Mariah Carey.
90s.
Sweet Fantasy Mariah Carey. That's my Mariah Carey right there. This one right here.
Type in 90s. Let's see what 90s look like. 90s. Right there.
That's the one.
That first one?
That one right there. That first album cover.
Yeah, that was the one.
You know what though? She was married, so she kept her composure. I'm a woman.
I'm married.
She got divorced.
All hell broke loose.
This is what happened. She became this. She became Mimi. She lost her mind and became. She called her.
She lost her mind.
She started calling herself Mimi.
Really?
Yeah. And then she went crazy. That's when she started showing off her tatas a lot more.
And she got implants.
Yep. And
she filled those bad boys up.
And men are like, oh yeah, oh woman tits, all that, right? But what we really want is a woman that's gonna be respectable, classy woman that's gonna be respectable in the streets.
Like you could be a freak
and a freak in the sheets. That's what we want.
Yeah.
But we don't want a woman with her titties out. We don't want Mimi. We want Mariah.
Mimi's in the bed.
Mimi's in the bed. Yeah.
Yeah, Mariah Carey was definitely one of them.
This chick right here.
Whoa.
Let's see if I can lower the volume on this thing. We don't need volume.
Muted. It's muted.
But like, she was the best part of the movie. Absolute best part of the movie. They should have, man. They could have did so much. Look, she's saving people. You didn't see the movie?
No. Just because if you don't get me at least by the point of trailers is for you wanting to go see the movie, and all I saw was a really bad. This looks good though. I ain't gonna lie.
I want to see the part like she's running on water. El Dio Padre. When she's fighting this guy, is when it's crazy. Boom. It's crazy.
No, that's good. Yeah, I could see how they should have done a story on her.
Bro, she's crushing this.
And wouldn't have they made more?
Look how she's hitting him so hard. The rocks behind him got hot.
What I'm saying is that they probably would have made more money breaking up their stories.
Yeah. No, but you know, so what she just did there? That move right there. Look, watch this. She messed with. She just threw the sand in the air, messed with him. Saw that?
But yeah.
This is the classic. All freaking speeches do this. Make a little hurricane. Angelina Jolie was useless in this movie.
She's really useless in a lot of movies, I feel like.
Useless.
Yeah, Mariah Carey would be one for me.
Mariah Carey would be one for me.
The girl that you first mentioned was part of Saved by the Bell, right?
Yeah. Lisa Turtle. Anyway.
All right. So you say 2027.
I think we'll see real results
For the tariffs.
I think 2027 is going to be a turning point for people to be like, I think in 2026 people are going to notice it. That's what, but they're not going to want to say it. They're going to want to be like, no, he's bad. And it's not until 2027 they can be like, actually, it's not too bad. I think that's what's going to happen.
Will Tesla ever recover?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They're the number one EV company in the world.
Right.
They're not relying on America. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with the stock market. Like, stocks are down. It's like, stocks are global. They're not just in America. We're talking about the whole world is going down. That means, you know what that means? Every country's feeling it, not just us. You know what I'm saying? And Trump is doing that on purpose. He's putting the pressure on every country in the world. You know what I'm saying? Come to the table. You can't do it without us. Things were good when we were chilling. You know?
That's how China feels. Everyone buys from us.
China doesn't play by the rules, though. Also, China's going to try to negotiate with other countries to make deals. Again, we're the biggest consumer. There's no way we're not going to buy from China right now. We need them. Unless we fix Mexico's problem. And then we can start making factories in Mexico.
We should.
We totally should. I don't know why we're buying anything over there.
Take Greenland, Canada, and Mexico.
Take them?
Take it.
It's crazy.
It's us. It's ours for the grabbing. He's already the bad guy. He might as well go all the way with it.
I guess. We should negotiate a deal with them, though. Like, what would you even negotiate with them?
With who?
With Canada. Let's say Greenland. You wanted Greenland. What would you make a deal with them?
I don't know. Entertainment. You guys look bored over there. You 3 populations.
What do you do over there?
What are you doing over there?
Nothing going on over there.
You guys want to come here for free? Whatever you want?
Yeah, we'll give you citizenship. You come to America. Just give us the land. Why do we need that land? Why do we want that land? It has to be something to do with the military. There's no way it's not military. They have nothing to offer us.
You heard that 1,000 people off the gate. One company or one guy sold the gold visa. 1,000 of them.
Wow. That's $500,000.
You're gonna have to add another zero to that.
How much was it?
Zeros. It's 5 million.
Oh, it's million. Oh, okay. Oh. Per one.
For one. So
and he sold 1,000.
1,000.
So it's a $500 million.
I don't know.
ChatGPT.
I think it's $500 billion.
That's crazy. That's very close to the debt. How much national debt right now?
$2 trillion.
That's one thing we gotta watch too. In the next coming, I don't know. We gotta wait for some of these tariffs to cool down when business starts flowing again.
Yeah.
Because then we'll start seeing the effects of the national debt should slow down. I don't think it's gonna come down. I think it'll slow down.
What if I'm China, you're the U.S., and I say, "Fuck you, Trump. Don't come by."
That's racist.
I don't sell to you at all.
Then don't sell to me.
I'll sell to the other countries, and you buy it off of them,
They'll still make their money.
and I'll make mine.
And
In fact, I'll probably make more.
And America will sell. They'll buy for more expensive because they got to do a middleman. So America needs a China.
Fuck.
They need Mexico.
We need Mexico.
Yeah, and if Canada wasn't such a socialist country, we'll probably work with Canada. Like, we can make it there. You guys have so much farmland.
Yeah.
You have mad land that you guys don't use.
For nothing.
That middle part of Canada, nobody uses it. It's empty. It's like Australia. The middle part of Australia, nobody uses it. It's empty.
That's
Australia only uses the coast. They don't use anything in the middle.
If China did that, are we screwed?
I don't think so. I think America, we have enough oomph behind us that we can be like, look, we have a lot of money to spend. Who wants it? If you want the money, make those factories. Let's make a deal. We have a lot of money. We have a lot of people here that like to buy stuff.
That's the story to follow. China and the U.S.
Trade war.
And does it ever get missiles in the air? God, that'll be horrible. All right.
And again, wait. As a libertarian party,
Here we go. False advertising.
they
guys.
don't believe in tariffs. They think tariffs is a bad idea.
Really?
Yeah. They want free trade across the board. We should be able to negotiate with anybody however we want. Not the government. Businesses. People should go to China and be like, well, I want to buy that from you.
That government shouldn't be taxing or
They
getting
shouldn't have
involved.
no. I mean, we don't want government to tax anything. If it was up to the Libertarian Party, there'd be zero taxes across the board.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay those the customs for them? Who's gonna pay for them? The companies?
Donald Trump.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Again, the Libertarian Party leans very heavy into that, and they push because they know there's going to be pushback. So
Okay.
there's going to be a middle ground in there. But the only way to get to the middle is if I push as hard as you're pushing. If I push a little bit, if I push only to the middle, you're going to push past the middle.
What are you pushing? As a libertarian?
No taxes across the board. None.
Income?
None.
Federal?
None.
State?
Nothing. No taxes.
Zero.
Zilch. Nada. Across the board. No taxes.
Who is gonna build the tunnels? The bridges?
A company.
Roads?
Somebody pays them.
Someone pays them.
Somebody pays them.
I don't want to pay them. You?
Government has somebody got to pay.
No, see, now the government.
Well, you pay. Everybody pays, but only for that.
Only for that.
Yeah, you don't say I'm going to tax you. Remember the Verrazano Bridge? What was the tolls for? Do you remember? You know the story of that?
It was for the maintenance?
It's to pay off the bridge.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, after that, we'll cut it. What are they still doing? Collecting tolls.
The bridge has to be maintained.
That's government.
That's government.
Yeah. The government should make a deal, like a contract with the people. Once it's paid off, no tolls. That's it.
But who's gonna pay for maintaining it?
You call it the freaking Verizon wireless bridge and let them pay for it. Just like you do at baseball stadiums. Right? City Field.
Do you let the big companies
Hell
pick
yeah.
up those bills?
Let them pay for that. You can put whatever name you want on it. You paint it whatever color you want. As long as you come by these standards, we're good. And we
So,
check on it, obviously.
All the bridges and tunnels
Everything.
and roads will be called Amazon,
That's it.
Disney,
That's it. The Disney Tunnel.
Apple,
Yep, bridge. That's it. Let them pay for it. Why we're paying for it.
Tesla.
And let them use it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, let them use it however they feel. As long as it doesn't interfere with regular commerce like everybody else.
Yeah, people, communities.
No problem. That's what I was saying before with the train system. Who uses that at night? How many trains run at night?
A lot.
An hour?
Every 25 minutes.
So there's 20 minutes that nobody uses it.
No, they're sleeping.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, he uses the train. How often does the train call the freaking 36th Street Station Station?
That's a good question. I feel like back in the day it was
It's like every hour, every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle of the night.
my God, remember that?
So you have a decent amount of time that you can fill it with goods and deliver.
I'm gonna be
delivery
really
stuff.
tight if I see a train full of your fucking packages and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm waiting for a train to go
Yeah.
to work.
No, you pull the train up. The train pulls up on 42nd Street Times Square.
The first 6.
The sides open up, down, and then they come with their forklifts. They pull them out, or the little hand trucks. Close it back up. Keep going. Now we put an elevator to bring up to our factories, or businesses in the local area.
Oh, I would love to see that.
That'd be great.
They just leave like the last 2 carts for people.
And all these businesses, they pay a little money for the delivery, so they don't have to worry about no trucks. They get delivered at night. Everything is faster, more efficient.
Get rid of congestion pricing.
Get rid of congestion pricing. We don't have to worry about trucks anymore now because they be delivered by trains.
You can just ride your car.
Yeah. And then you get the little Amazon little buggies that they have that drive around here.
Seen them?
Yeah, you have those do the local ones. If they got to go a little bit further off in the trains, they drop.
I kind of want to drive one.
They do look like fun. I think they're bikes. I see people pedaling in it.
Some of them are assisted, yeah, and you see the wheel, the thing looks like a controller.
Oh,
the
yeah?
big ass freaking
Oh, I see
gamepad.
I should walk up and like, can I see it?
Here, let me get a ride.
Let me just touch it. No, but I mean, there's other solutions that doesn't involve government. And I'm not saying everything has to be like that, but we should use other people's money that want to give it. You know what I'm saying? Why the D train could be freaking Metro PCS D train.
Do you Mexicans want to be the 51st state?
That sounds like a good deal, honestly.
Wait, hold on. I would love to ask Anulfo.
They don't even have to be the 51st state. They could be the 60th state. They'd make 10 states within Mexico.
Right.
And be like, what?
Well, it has to be an even number because it's gonna mess up the flag.
The flag, yeah. And then we tell Mexico, hey, we're gonna take you. You have 10 states. That gives you a decent amount of voting power within our government.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
10's a lot.
So now you can, So now you can push your
6.
weight a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You want to get things done down there. Now you have some weight to push within the federal government.
4. Let's give him 4.
Give them 4.
4.
Let's give them 6. 6 is a good number.
6 is 56 states.
You
And
can
Canada will be like what?
Canada. I mean, if Canada wants to join, they got to
8.
give us their providences.
They will get 8.
We will offer, Canada. You'll be like, yo, Canada, you don't got to come as a whole. Give us this part. You guys want to join? Ontario? Come join us.
Wow.
And then we'll have a connection from Mexico all the way to freaking Alaska. Just one chunk of America.
Would be that's a corner of the hemisphere.
And then now for sure ain't nobody attacking us from that
Nobody's.
side. Nobody's attacking us.
First of all, if we get either Canada or Mexico, bro, we lived through enough. We could literally die and be like,
Well, we write books about our history.
there's nothing we
There's going to be books about our generation.
already.
Already. Yeah, already. Yeah. You better write it. Yo, if you're our age, you better start writing a book. Your kids are going to love to read your experience through these different scenarios of life.
Yeah, those Thanksgiving dinners, that's going to be a whole story.
I'm going to start writing something.
You should. We've been
This is
saying
my
this for a
experience on
minute.
9/11. You could talk to your phone and just tell it to write it for you. What is it? Voice to text?
Yeah.
So just sit down and just start thinking, talking, da-da-da. Throw it into ChatGPT. Say, ChatGPT, make this
more entertaining.
make it, or
Condense
take away
it.
all the ums and uhs, and if I repeated myself, remove that.
Yeah, rewrite it.
And
Draft it.
then you read it, and any problems, you fix it in ChatGPT or you fix it yourself. It's such easy. We could totally make a book and give it to our kids
Oh my
about
god.
our lives. We don't got to sell it. Obviously, you don't want to sell. I mean, if you want to, I guess you could.
Leave it to your kids.
But you
so
leave
they
it to
can
your
sell
kids so they can read it.
Or they can sell it.
And I found one of my aunts, my grandfather's sister. She found out. She remembers her grandfather's name, so she went to the Puerto Rico whatever report of records. This is the name. Tell me what you know about it. Okay, this is what we told. They told you, he's from here, he's from there. She took that information. She brought it to the Spanish embassy because he's from Spain.
Oh my god.
She found the history, bro, like 10 generations back. I got it on my phone. She wrote it down, and she passed away. But I found it in my grandmother's paperwork.
Wow.
Like she had it stashed away. So I could track my history to like freaking the 1000 AD or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah, in Spain.
You were a hobbit.
Yeah. So we have ancestry from Spain and Portugal. So one of the islands that we're from is owned by Portugal today, but used to be owned by Spain. And we're from that area. But it's only the Spanish. We can't follow anything else.
I wonder how far we could do on history like of our ancestors where you and I meet.
Adam and Eve.
I don't think it's that far.
No, they got to be.
How many years?
Because think about family that you know
Yeah.
that you don't know. Does that make sense to you? Family that I know I have here, but I just don't know them.
Right. Well, and not only that, like I'll give you an example.
You ever did a ancestry?
Hold on. No, I didn't. I don't want to give DNA to people.
I gave it. I have it here.
Shut up.
I'm sure the people.
Yeah, go ahead, give them all your information. Listen, so
You think they don't have it?
I'll give you an
They're like-
example of how close we might actually be, right? And this always bugs me out, right? You have a cousin on your mother's side and you have a cousin on your father's side. Right? They can't see that, you idiot. There's green in there.
Every country. It's crazy.
Right? You have a cousin that's in your mother's side and a cousin that's in your father's side.
Yeah.
Those two cousins aren't cousins. Let that
Maybe. You never know with these Puerto Ricans, bro. I'm telling you. Los primos se priman.
But they get married.
That reduces the tree into a bush.
To a really thick bush, a condensed bush.
You better move
That's
to a
what I'm
different
saying. The
province.
likelihood of us crossing paths, I think, is pretty high because that happens a lot. I have a lot of cousins that are not related. They're not cousins, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my cousin from my mother's side got married with my cousin on my father's side. They don't.
Yeah. And I also
They got married.
I also got family that's Quiñones, a lot of Quiñones, Acevedo.
Oh man.
That's not again, the lineage we follow was my grandfather's the Soro last name, which came from Spain.
Right.
But there's other family that we have from God knows where. Like, I would never know my Taino ancestors. They didn't keep records.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
freaking savages.
They were slaves.
Yeah, they don't have records. What about the African half of my bloodline? I don't know who these people are.
I got Lopez Negron Concepcion.
Concepcion.
It's such a novela, like soap
Yeah.
opera name.
Aye, that's just
We're not using that no more. And Juan Adolf. All right.
I want to see my DNA.
But no Hitler. That name is definitely done.
Unfortunately, they stole it from us. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Follow your ancestry. Write a book. Write a book. Just make a freaking list or whatever. Just give something to
You
your
better
kids.
practice what you preach, bitch.
I already started.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I have a Google Docs there.
Let me see how many words he put into it. Just show me from a distance.
Wait, this mine's? No, not that one. Okay, this one.
How many pages?
These are all the things all the little things I wrote. And then these are all the categories I want to add. God, if it shows. All the categories. Oh, there's some of the things I started writing here on these categories. And, oh God, I lost it again.
And
Nope.
you just speak to text?
It's hard to do that because it's not as accurate. Like, again, when you're talking,
You got to be in a quiet.
you kind of like,
got to enunciate.
you kind of like, oh man, I forgot to say this. If you're writing, you can kind of go back and just edit it. So like, it's hard. And I think probably ChatGPT is your best help to be like, hey, can you help me freaking organize this?
I would text to speak it, reread it, and then write down what I forgot and have ChatGPT rewrite it.
So what I did with ChatGPT was I said, I forgot the exact wording I said, but I said, hey, I want to write a book about my life. What would be the best way to write it? And it's like, first you want to start with this. It gives you options though.
Formats.
Like, yeah, they'll be like, what do you want it to be about? Do you want a theme? I'm like, I just want my life from birth to death. How would I go about writing it? And then in the middle, you add, you just change things around. Like, all right, when I was at this age, I want to add this in there.
Highlights.
Yeah, because I don't want my kids to do what I did. Let me make sure I add that in there. Like a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Don't climb church walls.
Yeah. I even wrote a schedule of what I want to do every day. And I've been pretty much keeping to a lot of it, honestly.
Nice.
So like every Thursday, this is what I do every Thursday. And most of it has to do when I'm working. So like when I'm done working, I have time. I have time to work out. I have time to write things.
Yeah.
I have time to read. I try to squeeze. And it's never perfect. And in the beginning, I told myself, I'm not going to be committed. Like if I don't have time, I just don't have the time. I'm not going to be like, oh man, I should have did this. Or I couldn't do it. If 2-3 weeks passed and I couldn't do it. But I'm always going to go back and refer to, okay, on Thursday I said I was going to do this. I'm going to keep to it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been honestly, I've been pretty consistent with some of the things here.
All right. Write a book.
The only thing I didn't do was college courses.
Good luck.
You know what replaced that? The podcast.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to read things about certain subjects. And that time that I would use for that, instead I'm studying things to talk about in the podcast. But hey, what are you going to do? Next year.
Talk crap.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Smooches.
Oh, last time was a kiss.
Today's just smooches. Hug your buddy and give him a smooch.
A buddy?
Your buddy.
Oh, your buddy.
Your best friend that you were your work friend. If you're a guy, make sure it's a guy.
Okay, so that's going to happen right now. Later.